Hi friends, are you feeling something like this about your weight or like this about your food? Well, it's becoming difficult for you each day to actually resist eating more food. Are you finding it difficult to lose weight? Then yes, many people are with you suffering with the same problem. But in fact, there are very simple tricks given in food psychology which can actually help you to lose weight. Eat less and eat healthy. So today, as a life coach, I'm going to share with you, my friends, these secret tips which will help you to eat less, stay fit, stay healthy and bring happiness into your life. So if you haven't yet subscribed to Mind Wellness Every Day, please do subscribe to this channel because I will keep giving you such type of tips ahead which will bring more happiness into your life. Friends, the biggest mistake which people make in this particular process of weight loss or eating less is that they focus on the pure physical acts. That means they are talking about, okay, I will exercise more, I will look at the quantity of food that I'm consuming, I will calculate meticulously the calorie intake that I'm having, I will go on walks and runs and do this and do that, I will download apps which will give me fitness and everything of that sort. And what happens? So the target that you have actually wanted to achieve is not achieved. Why is this happening? The main issue is that you are not focusing on the main aspect of this entire problem. The main aspect or the main work which starts relating to food intake control or eating less is nowhere external, but it is in your own mind. So till you change the focus from your physical activities and other things to your mind, your overeating habit or eating more is not going to stop. Friends, the first important thing that we need to understand is that today many of us in fact are having a stressful lifestyle. And what happens when we are stressed? The stress leads to the release of a hormone which is called as cortisol. This cortisol hormone leads to ultimately a fat building, a fat deposition in our bodies. Not only this, it increases the food cravings. We eat more without even realizing that this food that we're eating or overeating, we could say, is because of stress, because of anxiety or because of depression that we are suffering from. So the moment you realize that you are overeating and this overeating is going beyond your control, that means you want to stop overeating but you're unable to do so, try and reflect on your lifestyle, whether your lifestyle has become such that you are put into stressful conditions all the time. There are many people who actually do exercise, they follow a diet routine but yet are unable to lose weight, and this could be one of the factors. So the first thing you need to reflect on is this particular part, that is, am I feeling stressed in my day-to-day life? Try and find out methods. In fact, you could go for more of my videos which I have put on this particular channel to relieve your stress, to try and live a more happy lifestyle and try and build you can say a better environment around you so that you don't have the stress in your life. The second fact that psychology has observed is that if you have smaller plates, that means when you're eating, if you keep the plate size smaller, the obvious effect is that you eat less. So at least 20 to 30% of your meal will be cut if you have a smaller plate size, because the more number of times you're taking servings, you will feel as if you have eaten more. The smaller the spoon size and the plate size, you will find that you have landed up eating less because you feel as if you ate more. So that's more like a mind trick. The third important thing is that many people these days are seen to dine out or they are going for lunch outside in restaurants and other such, you can say, food joints and snack centers. What happens is that the music over there is loud. In the areas where you have loud sounds around you, you will find you are overeating. Now why does this happen? The restaurants in fact are applying this psychological trick. When there is loud sound playing, a person has the release of the stress hormone again, that is cortisol, and once this is released in your body, automatically the overeating starts. Now, friends, have you found yourself, if you go in a restaurant and you're very hungry and you order the food, what happens? Do you order more or do you order less than what you require? The answer, obviously, you will say, I order most of the time more than what I could possibly eat. What is the reason? The reason is because when you are hungry, you feel that I will land up eating more. Right? So when you are planning your meals, plan them in advance. If it is possible for you to pre-book your meal, or probably when you're not so hungry, you give the order to the restaurant and then go there when actually you want to eat. This will help you to actually cut down on your amount or the meal size, the amount of food that you're eating. So that's the fourth thing that you need to remember. You need to plan your meals in advance. Even at home you can do this, and you will find that you will waste less of food and eat less also. The fifth tip is a bit different. I mean, you will feel that, does this really happen? Then you can try it yourself. The more you cook your own food, the less you will overeat. It's not because you cook bad than what the restaurants do. It's just like when you cook your meal, you are actually feeling a connectivity to that food and you will land up eating less. You can try this trick. You make some food variety at home and the same food variety you order. You will find yourself eating less when you have actually cooked it. Sixth thing that you need to remember is that you need to start eating more mindfully than mindlessly. Now you would say, what is this mindfully and mindlessly? The thing is that when you have food in front of you, most of the times you may be thinking about making a phone call, what I have to speak in office, what I have to put forth for a presentation, I have to take care of my children, I have to take care of my house, or I have to go for some meeting. Whatever the reason is, you may be having 10 different thoughts in your mind when you're actually consuming food. And observe yourself, when you're thinking fast, you may be eating fast also. So this goes hand in hand. So if you have more focus on the food that you're eating, eat it mindfully, look at the food, connect with the food, smell it, then taste it. So it's going through your senses with a lot of pleasure involved in the eating process. This is what we can call as the mindful eating of food. You're not eating for the sake of filling your stomach. You are relishing that food that you're consuming. So this is going to effectively make you eat less. So the more mindlessly you're eating, you're going to just dump the food in your stomach, and the more mindfully you will eat it, you will observe that you're eating less. So an important thing is, when you're eating mindfully, you need to eat slowly. Very important. So when you can practice this at home when you have some free time, maybe on weekends you could start doing this. You can actually fill up the plate of food which you want to have, sit with it for some time, look at it, visualize that food, then put the morsel in your mouth, close your eyes, taste the food, chew the food properly, take all the pleasure that you can from that morsel, and then swallow it. So this process will help you, this slow process will help you to actually give the mind the benefit of the pleasure. The signals from the stomach will reach your brain, because it takes time for the signal from the stomach to reach the brain. You have to eat slowly so that you don't overeat and you don't fill up your stomach unnecessarily. The next tip, the seventh tip which I'm giving you, is have more positivity towards whatever you're eating. Now, many a times what happens is, when we are on a diet, we may actually feel that, no, this is a cake in front of me, the chocolate cake, I love it, but I cannot eat it. Why? Because I may put on weight, I will have more calorie intake. So the moment it comes in front of you, you're just going to have a small piece of it, but still you are already counting calories, you're already counting the fats deposited in your body because of that cake, and the pleasure that you're going to get from that eating is gone. At the same time, you are not feeling happy. Half-heartedly you're actually eating the food, and that positivity of eating that food is gone. So to avoid this, whenever you're going to eat anything, it may be something which is your favorite food, or it could be other food, try and put in more positivity, remove that guilt and eat. As it is, you're going to eat it, correct? So even if you feel guilty or not, you're still going to have it. If you're having guilt and you're able to avoid that food, then it's okay. But if you're going to as it is eat it and feel guilty, then the problem will start. This will in fact make you eat less and at the same time avoid the fat deposits because of that food. Now, how does this happen? How will food which is taken up with positivity have lower amount of fat deposit? Let me tell you that. This is something which relates to the beginning part of this video. When you are eating it with happiness, what happens? Your brain, which is in fact we call it the mind center, is going to send good signals and positive and nice happy signals to all your digestive system and organs. So what happens is when this they are not actually going to feel stressed. See, all of these are muscles in our body. So the moment the muscle feels tensed, it is not going to function well. So when it is tensed, your stomach is not going to secrete the proper amount of digestive juices. It will not aid in giving you the proper digestion, and when food is not digested properly, of course there could be more fat deposits. So if you're eating it with guilt feelings, stress feelings, then what is going to happen? That food is going to create again the secretion of cortisol, which again is going to create more of problems in your body, in your digestive system, and high amount of fat deposits. Not just fat deposits, it can even create more cravings. Now this is a simple trick. Whatever are your unhealthy but favorite snacks, keep them out of reach, keep them not in sight. See, we are visual people. See, if we are going to see that food, we will have more cravings, and when we have cravings, we are going to eat it. So if you keep it away from you, out of sight, there are chances that you are going to eat less. Another important thing that you need to follow is that always remember to serve yourself a little less. If your meal size is 100, you have to serve yourself only 80% of it. This is definitely going to help you to eat less. Slowly by slowly you will get into the habit. So when you serve yourself less, this becomes a habit for you, and once it becomes a habit, you don't have to struggle. If you suddenly say that I'm eating 4 sandwiches and I'm going to come to 1, it will be difficult for you. But if you're eating 4 sandwiches and now I say that you should eat 3.5 sandwiches, it will be easy for you, isn't it? So suddenly cutting off the meal is going to create problems in your entire system, and you will never be able to follow such a diet. So when you want to cut down on your diet, go slow. You have to cut it down slowly by slowly. It's a trick of the mind, that the mind should not feel that you're eating less. See, the involvement of exercise and other things, as I told you, is only 40%. 60% of the entire process of weight loss and eating less is in your mind. So you have to create the environment and understanding for your mind to feel that you had all the required benefits and the diet that you required. So once that is done, you will feel full and you don't eat more. So if you like these tricks, please do share them with your friends and other people around you to help them also join this particular drive of eating less and having a good maintained healthy lifestyle. Just in case you have any queries, you can write to me on mindwellnesseveryday@gmail.com. Take care friends, and see you in the next video.